my name is Kreho, and I will be covering Controversy 10, Is Retirement Obsolete? Around this time last year, I did not know much about retirement. Previously, the thought of retirement called to mind images of older people sitting with friends under the Florida sun, playing bridge and sipping Arnold Palmers, basically relaxing and enjoying life. I thought of retirement as something to look forward to, and for the most part I still do. However, in early March, my aunt, who was 59, took a buyout package from the national newspaper that she had worked for over 33 years. She felt that she had no other choice but to take the buyout package, as many of her contemporaries had already lost their jobs and been replaced by younger employees, many of whom my aunt personally trained. And an announcement had been made that anyone who did not take the buyout now would risk losing their job without the benefit of the modest package during the next round of job cuts. At her age, she knew that she would likely lose her job soon, whether she took the buyout or not. The package provided 3 months of pay and insurance to act as a cushion for those who left the company. My aunt has now been unemployed for 5 months besides occasional consultant work. Though her age has not been cited as the reason for being passed over for the job that she has been interviewed for, she knows it is an important component. My aunt enjoyed her work and earned good money. I see now that not only is she unable to retire early for financial reasons, but she also doesn't want to. Her work provided a strong sense of purpose and camaraderie. Watching my aunt struggle to find a new job in later life has been eye-opening. Many of her experiences are at the heart of Controversy 10. This controversy asks, does retirement make sense? And questions whether we as a society need to rethink the roles of older citizens, many of whom remain in good health for years after the conventional retirement age. Is retirement at the age of 65 or even 67 best for our economy and growing population? And finally, how do we ensure high levels of emotional fulfillment or productive aging? People are very different. Some may feel that their occupation is their true calling, while others may look forward to having the time for leisure activities or hobbies during retirement. My aunt's experience, in addition to what I have learned in this class, have left me with mixed feelings regarding retirement. During this presentation, we will explore the many aspects of what retirement means on both individual and societal levels. The basic nature of this controversy asks the question, is retirement still important and necessary? It is this question that we will be considering throughout this presentation. There are different views of retirement. These views look at retirement in 2 ways: the well-being of the individual and the prosperity of society. Individual issues include the question, is a retiree's new position in society a role-less role? In other words, after retirement, what is the older person's role in society? Unfortunately, some people do feel lost without their role of employee. But for many others, retirement is a time for new roles, such as different careers or volunteer positions, or exploring a creative side that may not have seemed important before. Retirement is also a time for leisure and spending time with family. Another issue at an individual level occurs when older adults are not ready to retire, but are pushed out of jobs to make way for younger employees. In this situation, the likelihood of stress around retirement is greater, either due to feeling a diminished sense of self or role, or due to financial concerns. However, even though there are problems associated with retirement, most people look forward to the leisure time and self-exploration that come with it. Societal issues arise when older individuals are not ready or able to retire. To avoid this, incentive programs are sometimes offered to encourage retirement, such as early retirement packages and pensions. However, incentive programs to encourage retirement are not a good long-term solution, as they are costly. Another societal issue with retirement is that we lose the talents of older people when they retire. Older employees often have many years of work experience and bring a strong work ethic to the table, and a set of special skills learned over time. When they retire and a younger person takes their place, the new employee may lack many of these skills. Is phased retirement the solution? Some people have suggested a solution for employers that would allow them to phase out older employees and replace them with younger workers without an abrupt change. Phased retirement involves having the soon-to-be retiree work with the newly hired employee for a time, providing training and sharing valuable knowledge before they officially retire. Phased retirement would provide the retiree with an important role in the employment turnover process, while simultaneously offering the new employee first-rate on-the-job training. Both parties would benefit from this adjustment period. Retirement and a designated retirement age came about in response to the increase in life expectancy. As unfortunate as early death is, the upside was that in the early 1900s, the life expectancy was only 47, which meant that the government did not have to consider ways to make jobs available for younger employees or how to support older people when they could no longer work. When the Social Security Act was signed in 1935, one of the most important things that it did was put into place a public retirement pension that would benefit people over the age of 65. This became the customary age of retirement, even though it did not force people to retire at 65. However, some employers did begin to implement mandatory retirement policies, which left many able-bodied workers who wanted or needed to continue working without a job. So in 1986, mandatory retirement was abolished through revisions to the Age Discrimination in Employment Act. Another important factor in retirement is Medicare coverage, which is typically available to people over 65. Again, we see that usual retirement age, which has shaped how and when we retire. In the beginning of the controversy, our textbook asks us to consider the question, is retirement obsolete? On one hand, current trends do point to a decline in older adults taking early retirement, and surveys have shown that 80% of baby boomers plan to work at least part-time past the traditional retirement age. Not only does this demonstrate that many adults find fulfillment in later life employment, but it points to the desire for financial security in older adulthood. After the economic recession of 2008, many people experienced job losses and financial hardships. Because of this, and due to the increasingly high cost of living, many adults feel that if they wish to maintain their lifestyle, they cannot afford to retire at 65 or 67. Furthermore, more and more adults, especially older adults, now work in fields that require less manpower. That is, they are less physically demanding. Because of this, people are still able to perform their jobs well, even if they experience diminished physical strength. With the elimination of mandatory retirement and policy changes that allow older adults to continue working without jeopardizing their Social Security benefits, as well as the growing popularity of defined contribution plans, which allow employees to continue to amass savings even if they do not work full-time, it is very likely that more and more older people will work as long as they are physically able or until they feel they have enough money to comfortably retire. On the other hand, even though people are staying healthier longer than ever before and may be able to continue to perform their job well, they may wish to retire in order to spend time pursuing other hobbies or interests, or to spend time with family. And even those who wish to continue working may not be able to due to ageism. Think about my aunt's situation. It is unlikely that she will be able to find a position as lucrative and rewarding as her previous one, and even if she's open to other job opportunities, it still may take her many more months to find someone who will hire her. She has told me of roundabout strategies that prospective employers have used to gauge her age, such as asking what year she graduated from college in. I'm sure she is not alone in her struggle to gain employment as an older adult. Personally, I hope that retirement is not ever eliminated entirely. I, like many others, am looking forward to my own retirement as a time of personal growth and a time to be with loved ones and family members. Before this course, I probably would have said that early retirement sounded great, but now I can see early retirement becoming obsolete. After all, people are living longer, and so they must work longer in order to provide for themselves. I think that it would make sense to raise the retirement age by another year or two, but to provide special provisions for people who need to retire due to age-related symptoms or illnesses. To me, the best solution to the retirement controversy seems to be phased retirement. I feel that it creates a special role for older people to pass the torch, so to speak, to the next generation of employees. Finally, one thing that this controversy section did not explicitly state, but that I think has a role in retirement, is Medicare eligibility. I would be interested to know more about Medicare eligibility for workers who are over the age of 65 and who do not plan to retire anytime soon. Would it be possible that there would be natural incentives for employers to hire or keep on employees who are eligible for Medicare because it would eliminate the need for employers to pay the cost of employee health insurance? That was just one thing I considered when I was thinking about the many benefits of keeping the older population in the workforce. Thanks so much.